The chaotic history of what the fuck? Take two. The chaotic history of the horse game that took over the world. Uma Musume Pretty Derby. We are going to be watching it today, ladies and gentlemen. Like, comment, and subscribe if you like my my dumbass fucking reactions. Hey, Libby. How you doing?
Meet Jiankui He, a Chinese scientist who had created a genetically modified baby, breaking every ethical law regarding genetic research and being sentenced to jail for 3 years back in 2019. After being released, he would somewhat disappear for a while until he got access to social media, most namely Twitter. And in classic supervillain fashion, he would tweet out, "Every pioneer or prophet must suffer while staring intently at the camera." All while
Yo, what is the solo in his eyes though? What the fuck? That motherfucker had no soul on God. Like Bishoujo. Okay, I'm not bringing Bishoujo again.
His genetic research like nothing had happened. This would of course make him go viral, but what were people's reactions here? Were they shocked? Were they outraged? Were they scared? No, they kept spamming him, pestering him even, with one request. Eventually, there will be so many people requesting the same thing that he had to make an entire post responding to it, saying, "Stop asking for cat girls, I'm trying to cure disease." This dude was sentenced to jail for creating genetically modified babies and forging the ethical paperwork. But the only thing people were concerned...
Dude, I love how the internet has that shit fucking on lockdown, bro. That's base 100%, bro. When are we getting the cat girls at, dude? I want me a cat waifu.
Was cat girls. Yeah, I mean, it comes as no surprise, guys. Anime girls have taken over the world. But look, if the movie Ratatouille has taught me anything in life, it's that things are better when combined together. And so some of the most intelligent people on planet Earth saw cats and thought, wow, this is really cute and adorable, like anime girls. Why don't we combine them and create cat girls? The result? A massive
fucking genius. I love me some cat girls. They're the best. Best by far. As a matter of fact, if I can hire me a girl that dresses as a cat girl 24/7, I would do it. I will do it without even thinking about it.
Success. This, of course, made even more people think, until a particular group of people came up with a very interesting idea. They thought, well, look, humans love cats, right? I'm sure they love dogs too, but what's one animal that's been with us since the beginning? An animal humans share a very important bond with. Horses. So listen to this genius idea, right? What if we took anime girls and gave them horse ears and horse tails? Then
special week, Lightning McQueen. No, it's not actually Lightning McQueen. It's called I think something McQueen or something like that. I don't remember her name well. I'll tell you what happened later, probably because I don't think Twitch will like what happened and what I gotta say. Okay, that's fair. You can tell me on Discord.
We would put all these cute anime horse girls together on a track and have them race, just like horses do during horse races. But get this, okay? Things don't end here, because these horse girls are living a double life. When they're not racing on the horse track, they're idols, dancing and singing in top-tier performances to a massive
Dude, this
audience.
game is so
Sounds
good.
absolutely insane, right?
No, it does not.
Seriously,
Shut the fuck
horse girls,
up.
anime horse girls racing on a track. You've got to be shitting me, man. The concept of gacha games is already niche,
ever.
and horse girls in a gacha game, you won't find anyone to play this. Nope, I was severely wrong. Look at this chart just on Steam, with a peak of 87,000 people playing at the same time. That's not all, though. The game hasn't even been out for 1 month globally and has already reached over 1 million downloads on the Google Play Store. Still not surprised? The game has gotten so popular on Steam that it has beaten every single game on the platform to...
There it is, baby! I'm telling you, bro, look! That's the proof! That's the proof right there! Look, it beat Counter-Strike! Top sellers right there, baby! Let's go! We're taking over! This game is going nowhere! Yeah!
claim the #1.
Just the nope, I was severely wrong. It's crazy. I'm telling you, bro, this game is good.
One spot for most downloaded games in this current period. Now, you might be thinking, okay, fine, maybe it's like this mass hysteria going on. Maybe this concept is so ridiculous, people downloaded it, but then realized, it's not really for me, right? Look at these reviews. 94% very positive, with almost 15,000 reviews on Steam. This game didn't just get downloaded a lot, it's now critically acclaimed. But if you're still somehow not shocked yet, well, get this. Gacha games are typically liked by a very specific demographic, young adults who usually love anime. When it came to this horse girl gacha racing game, though, it reached children, their parents, and their grandparents, doing the impossible and targeting every single conceivable demographic. Guys, it doesn't matter where you go, the metro, the airport, your office, you will most likely see someone playing this on their phone. I say this with no exaggeration. Uma Musume Pretty Derby has taken over the planet, and I haven't seen a gacha game do this since Genshin Impact back during the pandemic. But if this still doesn't shock...
And by the way, Genshin Impact did that during the pandemic when everybody was looking for an excuse to do something. Uma Musume did something similar without the help of COVID. Just gonna put that out there.
For whatever reason,
not sponsored by Uma Musume, by the way. Yet.
Then get ready to get sucker punched in the face, because that's exactly what happened to me when I started seeing headlines like this. Uma Musume developer Cygames is a title sponsor for Grand Prix de Paris, a prestigious horse racing event founded in 1863.
Oh my god, dude!
Being held for almost 2 centuries.
And their logo just
happens to be on an image of an anime girl that is also a horse. What the fuck is going on, and how did we get here? Well, none of it was straightforward, and this game almost failed to release. Uma Musume Pretty Derby has a somewhat chaotic, but also
it's pretty funny that I don't know a single person who plays this game other than you. Bro, it's because you all motherfuckers are not culture. You're not culture. You're not fucking culture. Try the fucking game. Try the game. Foo, it says you weren't supposed to stream today. I know. Don't worry about it, Libby. You missed the reason why I started streaming today. He just decided to. Why are you fondling boobs? Plushie, we're just gonna swiftly move down.
A very interesting history, and seeing how it's practically dominated the world, I figured we need to talk about it, so let's do this. Alright guys, by now, you know the drill. To really understand the significance of all this, we need context, and in this case, it's going to be a little history lesson, and we're going all the way back to the year 1603.
Class, we're gonna find out about Uma Musume and how it was created in the 1800s.
Of the Tokugawa period, otherwise known as the Edo period. This period would be the most traditional period in Japan, mostly because it would be incredibly isolated from the rest of the world. The people in power at the time feared outside influence. In fact, their biggest fear was Christianity. You'd have missionaries from European countries come in to spread the gospel, and people were converting fast.
Just want to say goodnight to everybody before going to bed. Okay, Plushie, take it easy. Good night, brother.
They completely locked down the country, except for a select few traders who only had access to specific ports. Japanese people were not allowed to leave Japan, and if they did, they wouldn't be allowed back, and more importantly, Christianity was outlawed. The shogunate took extreme measures and massacred over 37,000 Japanese Christians, making it go almost...
Mr. Silver fell asleep on class and now is drooling on my pencil case. Bro, yo, wake that motherfucker up. Tell him he can't be sleeping while we listen to history story. History is actually very cool.
In Japan and ruling for over 2 centuries. This would all change in 1868, when the Tokugawa shogunate would lose its power and the Meiji Restoration would take its place. One could say that this period was the opposite of the Tokugawa shogunate's military rule, completely opening up the country, technologically advancing very quickly, and fully embracing the idea of an industrialized nation that can compete with Europe and North America. That way, they don't face the threat of colonization. During this new era, you'd start seeing more foreigners in Japan, like British and Americans, specifically around port towns. Their numbers would start becoming significant to the point where they'd start having their own communities built around those port towns. This is where, to kill time, Westerners would start playing the sports they knew, like rugby, cricket, and of course, baseball, which is now the most popular sport in Japan today. But according to the 500-page book titled Routledge Companion to Sports History, which outlines the origins of sports all around the world, horse racing in Japan was introduced as early as 1862 by those same Westerners. And within just 8 years, the first jockey club in Kobe was formed in 1870. You see, the Japanese, much like the rest of the world, also had a special connection to horses. They also loved the idea of entertainment. So they latched onto the sport very quickly, as you can see from this old drawing. Japanese people are on their horses about to race, but the people organizing it can be seen on the left here.
Yo, cha, hold on. On a real note, do you guys think I would be a good jockey? I'm like, I'll tell you my size and weight. No, what do you mean no, bro? I'm like 5'3" and weigh like 110 pounds. Brother, I will be so good as a jockey, it's not even funny, bro. Maybe you're not me. Okay, you know what? You motherfuckers don't help. I don't think a shark can ride a horse. Watch me, Jay.
Foreigners, they're Westerners. Today, it's seen as a prestigious sport, with the Japan Cup having some of the highest prize pools on the planet, and the Japanese taking the sport very seriously, wanting to compete on even footing with foreign horses. Right now, the prize pool for the Japan Cup is about $8.3 million, with first place paying $3.8 million. And even though horse racing was seen as such an important sport in Japan, there was a problem. Interest was kind of waning. When you go to a horse track, you'd mostly see men who are in the older demographics. You wouldn't see teenagers, young adults, kids, or even women that much. In a way, if things kept going this way, then the sport would have probably died out.
Why they all look goofy as fuck, bro? What the fuck? Is this your average horse racing enjoyer? What the fuck? Oh,
couple of
fuck. I'm
generations,
sorry.
it
I'm
was simply
sorry.
seen as too old-fashioned. But all of this would change when a particular studio came up with a ridiculous idea. An idea, actually, that almost ruined their company's reputation and potentially could have bankrupted them.
What the
I'm of course
fuck?
talking about Uma Musume Pretty Derby. Cyber Agent is a Japanese company that was founded in 1998. They started out as a digital advertising company, but in 2011, they decided to expand in the ever-growing video game market. This is when they would create Psy Games, a video game development studio. Cyber Agent would own the majority of the shares of Psy Games, but sell a few to other companies, like for example, Nintendo, who owns 5% of Psy Games. They would go on to create
Nintendo's like the Disney of Japan. I swear to God, they have their grubby little hands on everything, bro. Their little fucking gremlin hands on every fucking stock. I swear to God. I never got into racing. It is like, whoa, look at the person / horse / whatever. They kind of fast and that's it. Bro, yeah, but here's what you don't understand. Uma Musume, it's not a horse and a person on top of a horse. It's literally an anime girl wearing a fucking horse costume racing on a track. And their names are based on famous Japanese horses. Yeah, I know. Yeah. How is that? That doesn't sound appealing to you, brother? Like...
pretty well-received games, like Shadowverse, a digital collectible card game, and
I'm
of course,
hearing you out, bro.
Granblue
I'm just
Fantasy,
saying.
which
Nah,
was
I got
critically
you.
acclaimed.
I got
But
you.
arguably, Psy Games' most important...
Oh my God, bro. Yo, bro. What the fuck? I ask you how you doing, bro? Is that how you doing? You're terrified?
game would
Not
end
really
up
my
being
type
one
of
the
game,
first
bro. Okay,
ones
I'll
they
just let
ever
it play.
released in 2011, titled The Idolmaster Cinderella Girls. This game would be a part of the massive franchise known as The Idolmaster, owned by Bandai Namco, with the first ever game coming out in 2005.
Bro just came to
Many
fucking
games
troll
for this
us.
franchise would release, and in 2011, that's when Psy Games would release The Idolmaster Cinderella Girls. They made this on behalf of Bandai Namco.
Oh,
What's
what the-
special about this game
What
is
in
that
the
it was
hell?
made for mobile phones back in 2011. Namco was seeing the rise of mobile games, and so that's when they asked Psy Games to help. The premise was simple.
There was mobile phones back in 2011? What the fuck?
You'd collect a bunch of idol girls and you would train them, raising their stats through lessons. You would then be able to do a number of things like customize their outfits and even spend money on cosmetics. There would also be many different minigames, including a multiplayer game mode where you can
What?
fight other players. The player with the most stats wins. Overall, it was simple, but extremely successful. This game was earning more than 1 billion yen a month. Back then, that was around $13 million. It was revealed that more than 75% of players who got the game chose to
I bet the game cost them literally 2 fucking rocks and a sheep to make. Those graphics look crazy. That's a lot of moolah, 100%, bro. It's okay.
the next level. It started as an arcade
Fucking
game, they made
gooner.
a mobile game, and they also made a manga as well as an anime that adapted that same manga. They were essentially using this franchise to build a media empire, and it was working very damn well.
Oh,
they would continue to
damn.
hire more developers to create more entries in this franchise, and the most recent release would be in 2024, so it's still doing pretty
Yo,
damn
what? Yo, I might play. Oh, I might play. Hold up.
well. This is when Psy Games would have some sort of an epiphany. Even though this was owned by Bandai Namco, they were the ones who made this extremely successful game. And I mean, it made sense. Why wouldn't a game like that be a success? The idol industry in Japan is probably one of the biggest, most successful industries in entertainment. It involved finding someone young with talent, absolutely destroying their lives with ridiculously rigid training
Oh,
and
what the
extremely
fuck?
unrealistic expectations. And once they get enough popularity, this is when you would milk their fans with a bunch of different media and merchandise.
Watch Jad
People will
and
do
Midi
anything for their
Tetris
idols. They'll
Ultra
literally
Nuke
buy a
Mode
photo
Quest.
album, okay? This is why the idol industry is such a money printing machine. But here's a fun fact for you. When it comes to horse
You'll figure it out, Santos. Got it? Yeah, don't worry, Hawks. We'll watch it on Friday.
racing in the West, certain jockeys, who are the horse riders, might have fans. Sure, the horses that they ride also might have fans.
Yeah.
But it wasn't anything crazy. In Japan, on the other hand, the horses had fans, all right. They had their own merch. They were
the
recognized by
fuck?
name. Some even had superstitions
Bro, I love Japan. Oh my god.
made around them. I mean, this is
What
just a
the
talent Japanese
fuck?
people have to idolize anything they like. And as much as this sounded ridiculous, there was big market potential. here.
Jesus
Psy Games
Christ.
had made a very successful idol game, and yet horse racing was a deeply historical aspect of Japanese culture while also having those same idol traits. You know what else is interesting? When it comes to entertainment, the idol industry is very profitable, sure, but one thing Japanese people love to do is gamble. baby.
Gamble, yeah.
A Japanese person not knowing pachinko is like an American not knowing what a burger is. At this point, it's practically cultural. I mean, look, it goes without saying that horse racing was very popular in Japan because of the whole gambling.
Eat the tip of my dick, Hawk.
aspect of it, and now you can gamble on a simulated horse race. It's not even real. And you place your bets on this spaceship-looking machine, bro. This looks insane. That's how much they love it. And finally, just like how idols and gambling are huge in the entertainment industry.
Oh, bro, I'm not gonna lie, chat. I don't know if you guys know this, but guess which is my favorite anime? My favorite anime is within these characters right here. Guess which one it is? Take a guess. You'd never guess it. You'll never guess it. JoJo? Sailor Moon? What that loud? Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. Just answer the fucking question! The woman. I cannot believe not a single one of you guessed it. That's actually kind of crazy. It's One Piece.
In Japan, we can't forget to talk about anime. And in the early 2000s, many artists were giving anime girls cat ears or just small animal features. Not to mention that there were already examples in media taking this a step further. Instead of giving them animal features, they would give them features of objects, like how the game Azur Lane.
If there's any mods in my chat, please ban that guy. Thanks, appreciate you, king or queen.
Has you collect these hot anime women that are meant to be World War II battleships. I'm not even joking, bro. Look, this woman's called Azuma, and she's part of the large cruiser category. She's stationed in the camp Sakura Islands. What? This is meant to be a battleship, bro. Like,
hold on, give me a second, chat. Give me a second. I'm doing a little bit of investigation. Give me a second. Fuck! I can't close in the fucking picture. Fuck! Damn it! Damn it. Damn it. I want to see her cannons. Fuck me.
An actual boat, do you understand? And man, does she have some big cannons, let me tell you that much. So I don't know who the genius at Side Games was, bro. It could be the CEO, it could be a producer.
Oh my God.
Someone had the brilliant idea to sit everyone down and say, hey, what if we combine all these elements together, right? For the gambling, we make a gacha game. For the anthropomorphic cat girl part, we make horse girls. And for the idol part, we base them off of those famous horses in Japan.
Yo, Moon, why are you even here? Why even? Aren't you supposed to be working on your bot, Suki bot? Like, what are you doing here? She's over there crashing and burning, bro. You better go put that fire out.
While also making them sing and dance, because why not? Now, be honest, if you were one of those people listening to this pitch, would you have signed off on this?
Yes!
It obviously sounds ridiculous, right?
No!
Most people probably wouldn't have. But Side Games had top-tier drugs in their office because you know what? They said yes. They then wasted no time getting started on developing the game.
No, they're just men of culture. That's what they are. She's updating. I'm just waiting. Got you. Hara hara moon. Yamaru? Yamaru!
Revealing it for the first time on the 21st of August, 2016 at the Anime Japan
Okay,
Expo.
bye.
Excitement for this game was actually...
Yo, you know what? Every time you show up, Moon, I'm gonna do that just so you can fucking leave, you little rat bitch boy, boozy boy.
Already starting to build up.
You're welcome,
Food.
Thanks.
Want to know
Appreciate
more details about Uma Musume. So on January 2017, the main content producer of Side Games, Akihiro Ishihara, was asked a bunch of different questions during an interview, and one of them was, please tell us about the development status. And he said, this game is about 25% complete.
Wait, 2017?
But for now, this interview had also revealed many of the horse girl designs, as well as the famous horses they're based on. It seemed like they knew what they were doing. And they had learned their lessons with Bandai Namco. They were going the Idolmaster route, not just aiming to make one good game, they wanted to make a media empire around Uma Musume. So just a couple months after that interview in March 2017, they released a manga. But they weren't done yet because they wanted to adapt this manga into an anime and were going to enlist the studio PA Works to do it. The plan was to release this anime in 2018 in parallel to the game's release. That way both would help each other and they would start off with a strong symbiotic media empire. That was the plan, except nothing, and I mean nothing in regards to release dates went according to plan. The Uma Musume Pretty Derby anime would release on April 1st, 2018. It wasn't just limited to Japan, it had a simulcast with Crunchyroll in select regions of the world. It was almost an instant success. Similarly to how people love the idea of cat girls, the idea of horse girls...
I already watched the first season. I'm already on the second season. And after this stream, I'm gonna continue watching the second season so I can catch up to the current season, which is the third season.
Also very well received. But a couple of aspects that it was really praised for were one, its attention to detail, and two, its very skilled world building. But we'll get to that later.
Bro, I didn't know either, Jay. I did not know until I actually look up what on 9 Anime, which is a free website. I looked it up and then there was an anime. It's so good.
Right now, there's a more pressing concern going on. As the anime was running, the game would release 3 more teasers on April 19th.
Good,
it showcased a race, a live show, and a story/training section. I can't show you those videos because they've been privated, but overall, it seemed like everything was going according to plan, with the game scheduled to release around the end of 2018.
What the hell was that? Ugh. Dude, don't ever do that again.
Confirmed again on July 2018, with yet another trailer showing off the game and its mechanics, announcing at the end that it was going to release at the end of 2018. As people were waiting, wondering when the game was going to come out, Cygames took their sweet time and only announced on December 15th, 2018, literally the end of the year, that Uma Musume Pretty Derby has been delayed in order to raise the game's quality, saying that they will reveal the new release period at a later date. I mean, okay, not a big deal. I mean, it would have been nice if you told us earlier, but one delay doesn't hurt, especially if the game's going to be better for it, right? Hey. Well, the game got delayed again in 2019.
Okay.
And the new release date was slated to be in 2020. Now, Cyber Agent is a publicly listed company, and just like any publicly listed company, they would have shareholder meetings. So in their third quarter shareholder meeting in 2020...
Bro, didn't they say that shit was 25% on 2017? God damn, what the fuck happened with what they were smoking, bro? Did the effects wear off or something? Like, why did they didn't finish the fucking game? What? Why did it take them so fucking long? Why did we got it in 2025?
He emphasized to their investors that Uma Musume Pretty Derby was going to be released in 2020, confirming that fact. Just a couple of months earlier, in May 2020, the managing director of Cygames confirmed yet again that Uma Musume Pretty Derby was releasing in 2020. But then we got to December 2020 and the game was nowhere to be found. But yet again, in the final shareholder meeting of the year on December 12th, investors will be told that this game is still on track to release in 2020, but there were 2 weeks left in the year. It was safe to say that after previous delays, people weren't just thinking, oh, this game's going to be delayed again. They were also thinking, is this game never going to release? How can you say in an interview in the beginning of 2017 that the game's almost 25% done with a 2018 release date, and yet here we are 2 years later, barely able to make the release? Usually, this means that the game has no direction, that Cygames is dealing with an internal disaster. And what really reinforced this narrative is the fact that the game didn't even come out in 2020. We had reached 2021 and the game still had not released yet. It was only on February 24th, 2021 that the game had finally released.
Bro, this motherfucker said in 2018. What the fuck happened, brother? Did he try to take a fucking page from Zelda Breath of the Wild or something here? Like, why did it took him so long? Bro, imagine if we never got Uma Musume, bro. Imagine if they just said, all right, fuck it. We're gonna put the kibosh on this fucking project. We're gonna end it right here. We're not gonna release it. Fuck this. I will be so fucking butt sad, bro. I will be so sad. Oh my god.
In Japan. And while it was cool that the game had finally come out, people didn't really know whether to be excited or worried, especially with how Cyberpunk 2077 had released just a couple months earlier, and even though it's been delayed multiple times, had one of the worst launches in history. But you know what? As hard as it was to believe, this was not the case with Uma Musume Pretty Derby. People were so addicted to the damn thing, they couldn't stop playing. The gameplay loop definitely took inspiration from the work on Idle. Your horses, or horse anime girls, would have 5 different stats that you would train them on. You'd also have many different minigames and many ways to interact with your roster. You would then have your horse, or horse girl, race, competing against others in a bid to win first place. These races would make your heart beat like crazy because there was always a chance that one of the horse girls could use a special ability, including your own, like you're seeing right here. You could be losing a race, and then your horse...
Bro, dude, I spent 2 nights, there was 2 nights where I couldn't go to sleeping. I was just playing, trying to get this fucking dumbass horse to finish the career. Bro, 2 nights. And both of those nights were nights that I worked the next day. That's how fucking good this game is, bro. I'm telling you, chat.
All by themselves decide to do this in order to win. It just depends on their mood and how you've treated them. One could even say that this was more exciting than IRL horse racing thanks to all these factors. But the game wasn't over with just one horse girl. Eventually, that horse girl would retire, just like IRL horses, kicking off the inheritance mechanic, just like real life. Here's an example. This is the family tree of the very famous horse, Goldship. As you can see, this is probably more complex than my own family tree, and I'm a human. It rivals the family tree of like some royalty from the 1600s or something. This is all done with the goal of creating the most genetically engineered monster that can dominate any race. And that's what you kind of do in Uma Musume as well. The hard work that you put into your now retired horse girl can now be incorporated into your new horse girl by using her as one of her coaches. So in a way, you also become more of a genetic scientist and try to create the perfect horse girl after many different runs. Baby. This gameplay loop was so addicting, it was like playing a Civilization game, screaming one more turn as the police is confiscating your phone from you because you haven't eaten in 3 days. People couldn't stop playing it. But as this game became so popular in Japan, it started somewhat suffering.
It's so fucking good. Bro, yo, when you play this game, you lose time. I swear to God, bro. You like get into a fucking warp hyperspeed machine and you just fucking blink and it's already been 3 hours. And then you blink again and you have to already wake up to go to work. Bro, it's fucking crazy how like time diluted this game can make you feel. Okay, that's a needle mechanic. Dude, yo, Jay, you have, hold up. That's not even the best part, bro. I'm not even gonna spoil it. I'll let Daddy Mugen speak for me.
Suffering from success, you could say. You see, usually, the people who own some of the best racehorses in the world happen to be some very wealthy and successful people.
Yeah.
Seeing that Uma Musume's characters are based on real-life horses, they had to go and ask each of these owners their permission to have them in the game. The owners agreed to do that free of charge, not charging any money. This was seen as a very cool and kind gesture from them.
Damn.
But here's the thing, these weren't just horses, these were anime girls that were, in many cases, pretty. And usually, when you present Japan with a pretty anime girl, they will instinctively almost want to draw some pretty lewd fan art. That was a problem.
Where can I see it? Where's the lewd art?
Cygames knew it was a problem, so they created very specific fan-created content guidelines, outlining rules, saying you can't make fan art with the intent to injure the reputation of the franchise or other third parties. You can't do any lewd stuff, you can't do any violent stuff. The owners of these horses did not want to see their horses participate in anything like that. It was a red line for them, but that didn't necessarily make people want to listen. Now, of course, usually, if you were to break these rules, Cygames would just send you a takedown notice and sue you if you don't comply. But of course, this would be too boring for a franchise like Uma Musume. So some people came up with a rumor that now is regarded as truth in many different circles and has spread like wildfire. Okay. If you draw any lewd art of Uma Musume girls, the Yakuza will knock on your door and hurt you. Okay, so as far as I can tell, this all started with this stupid tweet. A Japanese person tweeted this out, saying, the reason why Japanese artists can't draw Uma Musume porno art is that Uma Musume is based on real racehorses and their owners are like mafia bosses who control the Japanese economy and we don't want to offend them. This was
okay, but I can see that happening. Yeah, some people will risk it for the biscuit, you know what I'm saying?
Was tweeted on March 11th, 2021.
There's a lot of gooners in the world.
Now, I don't know how much attention this initial tweet got, but what really brought attention to this was the second tweet
just don't post it.
Saying, please retweet as much as you can for people overseas. It includes
asking somebody who's a gooner, who's also really good at art, not to post their art. It's like asking a blind person to see. You know what I'm saying?
Included that original tweet and another image, with that person saying, the content of the tweet and the image is complete bullshit. It is a falsehood that amounts to defamation of the racehorse owners. I have insulted the owners of racehorses and other people involved in horse racing, as well as the staff of the Uma Musume project. Racehorse owners are people who are sincerely committed to the culture of horse racing. They are not involved in antisocial organizations. In addition, I tried to make overseas artists complicit in the prohibition of secondary works that significantly worsen the image of the project, which is clearly stated in the official guidelines. This is all due to my short-sightedness and arrogance. I would like to express my deepest apologies to everyone involved and to all those who have supported me.
What? That motherfucker got a knock on the door from the Yakuza. What the fuck? What? What did this sudden change? Oh, yo, what up, Fruity? Don't worry about it. And he's here. Dude, he's very quick on it, bro. What the fuck? Don't worry about it, Fruity. We ain't talking about... Don't worry about it, buddy. We don't worry about it, buddy. Don't you worry about it, champ.
So this apology was definitely overkill to the initial tweet. It was clearly like some kind of a joke, I guess. It was almost like this person had, I don't know, murdered someone. This made people assume that this person got caught by the Yakuza and forced, right, at gunpoint to make this apology, because that's what it sounds like. As you can see here, the top comment is, so they found you? And the person said, no, it's not. It's just that I made the wrong statement. Someone else said, I'm guessing they gave you a call. To which this person said, no, it doesn't. Someone said, I'm sorry to hear that
and that's how a meme is created, bro. Oh my god, what the fuck?
Racehorse mafia got to you. Had no idea Japan even had such an intense culture of racehorsing, let alone one run by gangsters. And that person replied with, please don't tell us such bullshit. This person was so easy to troll. And this eventually got posted on Reddit, ironically saying, turns out old-fashioned Yakuza are alive and well in Japanese horse racing industry. They are sending goons to stop doujin artists from making drawings of Uma Musume project characters. All of these events have resulted in this becoming a full-fledged meme. Whenever someone mentions, man, I'd love to draw these characters in lewd poses, someone always comes in and comments, hey man, you don't want to do that, the Yakuza's gonna get you. And while it's funny, it's gotten a lot of people to actually believe it, especially overseas. But the truth is that Yakuza doesn't own any of...
Yo, alright, you can get these Yakuzas to fucking knock on my door, bro. They can come knock on this dick, motherfucker. I'm gonna watch that loose shit. I'm gonna watch that shit. I'm gonna appreciate the art, bitch. I don't give a fuck about this damn Yakuzas. Fuck them. Fuck them. Fuck them to death. Editor, translate that in Japanese. Oh, you guys are an ad? Oh, hold up. Hold on. Add jail. Boop. Oop, it's gone. Wait, you're back that quickly? What the fuck? Oh yeah, I'm good. I'm good now. Okay. So should we continue then? I was just crashing out on the Yakuzas. You guys didn't miss much. Just me yapping, you know. Yapping my little head off.
Of the horses, and that gambling is heavily regulated by the JRA, the Japanese Racing Association. So no, if you draw lewd art, the Yakuza aren't going to knock on your door, but you might get a DMCA notice from a lawyer. But regardless, Yakuza hiccups aside, this game was making bank. In 2021 alone, even though they released 1 month after the year had began, in February, they had made over $1 billion. And by March 2025, they had made a total of $2.5 billion since release. This is an insane amount of money, but what's even more insane is that 90% or more of its revenue came purely from Japan. Cygames had the Japanese population in its chokehold. And as I mentioned, these weren't just young adults. There would be endless...
What? Yo, what the fuck? That's... Yo, not even Marvel movies can make that much money. What? Yo, that's crazy, brother. Oh my god. What about choking? What the fuck? What about choke? Actually, don't even answer that question.
Stories.
Oh my god. Fuck, dude. Oh my god. It's gonna make me crash out. I swear to god. Don't... my fucking...
But regardless, Yakuza hiccups aside, this game was
I'm changing those fucking keybinds, bro. I swear.
In 2021 alone, even though they released 1 month after the year had began, in February, they had made over $1 billion. And
those big screens, the building showing Uma Musume on them, bro.
Since release. This is an...
Watch, they're gonna show that shit on Times Square, bro. Watch, on God, watch. Give it another month. You'll see those fucking billboards on fucking Times Square.
Insane amount of money. But what's even more insane is that 90% or more
being flooded with comms lately. I got you, brother. Do your thing. Now do your thing. Thank you for popping on the stream.
Purely from Japan. Cygames had the Japanese population in its chokehold. And as I mentioned, these weren't just young adults. There would be endless stories of people going on the metro, going to a restaurant, going outside, and seeing someone way older than them or way younger than them.
Oh, you bet your ass I will have fun. You bet your fucking ass. Also, welcome, Shivers. Welcome back. Welcome back from ad jail. I hope it wasn't too long. Boop, beep, boop.
I'm playing this game on their phone. It became cultural. But here's the thing. Japan, even though open to the rest of the world, still has a very particular market.
Keep just that. Nah, don't listen to him, you know who pays you.
Successful anywhere else, especially when it comes to the topic of gacha games. So when it came to finally launching the game globally on June 26, 2025, more than 4 years after launching it in Japan, people didn't really know what to expect. It was reasonable to think that it was going to just die out in a few months, with Japan continuing to be its main revenue source. Except what it did was inconceivable. It was absolutely dominating the Steam charts. As you saw in the intro, it became the #1 most downloaded game on Steam at some point, also becoming an instant success on mobile.
Yes,
sir! What's really interesting here is that it managed to recreate exactly what happened in Japan, but globally, which was not having a target demographic, reaching everyone equally. Here's a fun example. Northern Lion is a streamer who's 36 years old.
What
he would not in any way be the target demographic of a game like UMAMUSUME Pretty Derby. No way in hell. But his chat kept pestering him, please download the game, give it a shot, for the love of God, you'll love it. And eventually, he gave in. Now, Northern Lion is a pretty big streamer. He'll usually average around 15,000 viewers. But when he streamed UMAMUSUME, he had reached his all-time peak of 40,000 live viewers. And you know what the...
Oh my... Hey, yo, Chop. Yo, Chop. How opposed of you guys are of me just doing straight up Uma Musume? That's a lot of gooners, 100%. 100%. But hear me out. Keep dreaming, buddy. Come on, let me keep dreaming, bro. Come on. Hear me out, though. Hear me out. What if I do a stream of Uma Musume every single day?
Craziest part is he absolutely loved it. Okay, he fell in love with the game, the characters, everything. He even had Japanese players seeing some of the reactions from Western players thinking, wow, we got to up our game because these guys are way more passionate than us.
Yes, sir.
Come on, Gold Ship, put it into high gear. I need all you got right now. The Kentucky Derby's on the left.
It was, with no exaggeration, taking over the entire internet. And it showed in the stock price of Cyber Agent, the parent company of Cygames, with its stock market price going up like crazy. But why is that?
Bro, I know. I would probably do something similar if I was actually playing with my face cam without my fucking VTuber model, bro. For real. You guys cannot see all my expressions, bro. My model does not do justice to the fucking expressions I usually do. Fuck, I'll be fucking giggling like a fucking schoolgirl. Oh my god, I want to play Uma Musume. Please, let me play Uma Musume, please.
How is this game such a success, so highly rated, both in Japan and overseas? We've established that the gameplay loop is fun, sure, but there are a lot of games like that. This isn't just a game at this point, it's a cultural phenomenon. So what was something that it did that other games weren't even close to achieving? Well, the horses. Alright, so remember how I mentioned that this game's anime was praised for having immense attention to detail and world building? Well, the game was very similar in that regard too. Seeing that all these anime horse girls were based on real life horses, Cygames did their homework and examined every single horse and its very specific personality, incorporating all these aspects into their anime character. But that's not all. When it comes to the world of Uma Musume, many things in there were based on real life locations, like racetracks and areas around it. We're talking anything from train stations to the convenience store where the horse girls buy their carrots. This wasn't just attention to detail, this was making landmarks out of IRL locations and attributing important history to them. Additionally, this world wasn't just made in like one evening. It made sense, and that's because its world building was very well made. Horse girls in this world are seen as a different type of species. They're treated as well as humans, there's no discrimination, and instead they have a real place in this world. With certain gadgets, for example, made specifically for them. Look at this extremely long phone. It's to accommodate her horse ear and her mouth. I mean, look at this stupid seat right here. It's made specifically for horse girls so that they don't get uncomfortable with their tails. There's even historical landmarks in the anime, like how there are Moai statues on Easter Island with horse girls. They even took famous
I'm telling you, look how much fucking detail this game puts into the fucking goddamn horse girls. Like, dude, I'm so fucking giddy.
Japanese horse racing paintings and converted them to accommodate the world. As you can see, these are horse girls racing. So from a world point of view, this already made sense. The attention to detail was there. And so when it came to the actual personalities of each horse, guys, they couldn't have done a better job. For example, one of the most famous horses in Japanese racehorsing history is Goldship. This is a horse who ran 28 races and won 13...
Bro, she's a fucking... Bro, she's a cunt, bro. I swear to God. They did their homework 100%, and it's a fucking mobile game, bro. Like, think about that. They actually love this. They actually love the sport of horsing so fucking much that they actually did their research, bro. By the way, fucking Goldship is a fucking bitch, bro. Try to train that horse. You will not be able to. It does whatever the fuck you want, bro.
Times. An incredible record. But what really made Goldship famous is that he was an absolute diva with a ridiculously unique and rage-baiting personality.
Bro, you don't understand. Oh my god. Yo, I'm about to go on a fucking crazy tangent. Yo, the fucking horse doesn't listen to you. It does whatever it fucking wants. Dude, you can train her the best way possible with the best stats. If she doesn't feel like running, she won't run. She won't do it. And she will get like there's statuses in the game where like it goes from awful to bad to good to great to I think that's the statuses. And that's the mood of the horse, right? Bro, she fluctuates so much. She can go from great to just being fucking awful, bro. I swear to God, this horse is like it's like a goddamn toddler. You try to train a fucking toddler how to fucking walk, bro. It's so annoying. Crazy mood swings? Yeah. Dude, I swear, this horse is schizo.
In 2015, Goldship had a total of 12 billion yen betted on him. People were confident that he would win just like he won his other races. What we got instead was the day known as the 12 billion yen incident, when he would do this. Watch.
What?
He would simply refuse to race. Everyone would go except him. He didn't care. He just didn't feel like it, and so he didn't race, losing people 12 billion yen in bets. Now, this is how Goldship would look in the game.
Wait, the horse actually... Yo.
In the Uma Musume universe. They would recreate the same incident in the anime series. Watch. And just so you know, they brought back the same...
God, what? That's some One Piece level of fucking details. Oh my, bro. See what I mean, chat? This is what I mean. 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 You guys are missing out. Honestly, at this point, you guys are missing out. I'm not. I'm gonna watch the third season too.
Same exact woman who was casting that day to voice in the anime. Guys, the attention to detail
Wow.
is ridiculous. So seeing that Goldchip was an absolute diva, yet at the same time very skilled, Cygames
That's it. Bro, this whore is a fucking cunt. You guys don't bro, if you ever get the game, try Goldship and you'll see what I mean. Bro, it's so annoying. It's so annoying. Oh my god, she's such a fucking troll. I love it. Oh my god, dude.
made sure to incorporate that into Uma Musume Pretty Derby. She'd be very skilled,
okay,
very
good
talented,
meme.
and
Yeah,
yet
bro.
would have
I'm
crazy
telling you,
mood swings,
it's not
refusing
just good, it's accurate meme. That's me for real. Yeah, dude. Oh my god, I'm telling you, bro.
train. And sometimes, even though having the best stats, we just refuse to race. Like, they're not giving a single shit.
Yeah.
This eccentric personality would so accurately be translated into the game that it would create a new overseas fan club for this IRL horse. I mean, look at this. This is a video of Goldchip in retirement. Literally just hanging out. It has over 2.2 million views. This is just a horse hanging out for 2 minutes, not doing anything except fooling around. That's how much of a sensation he became because of this game and his history. I mean, look, most people would have just stopped there and moved on to a different topic, but not with me, you won't. Goldchip's personality wouldn't just end with him being a diva. He would also be one of the most successful breeders, with a successful mating rate of 9.
Of course he would. Why not? It's Goldship, bro. It does whatever the fuck it wants. If he wants to fuck, he will fuck. If he wants to race, he will race. If he wants to fucking do nothing and troll and make people lose $12 billion, he's gonna fucking do that. Oh my god, I love this horse and I hate it so much. Foo, if you... Oh, stop, bro. Stop, please. Just let me read your message. Foo, if you were a puppet, what kind of puppet would you be? What kind of puppet? That's a very good question. Probably a sock puppet. Why do you ask? Curious.
99.1%, having over 500 children, with a few of them becoming absolute champions. In fact, according to some staff, after he would finish mating with a mare, she would then refuse to mate with anyone else but Goldchip. That's just how good he is, man.
Damn!
But I guess it also explains why.
Bro is good in the fucking in the goddamn racing field and outside of it. What the fuck, bro? Yo, that's crazy. My boy is a fucking womanizer. Don't worry about it. I'll try not to, I guess.
He enjoyed it so much. He would swing his cucumber from side to side because of how excited he was, okay? I know this is like a ridiculous amount of detail, but people look into this. That's how obsessed they are with Goldchip. This isn't just because he was skilled or a massive diva, he was a rage baiter. Like the whole 12 billion yen incident, but also the fact that his trainers realized that, wait a second, in his retirement, he's running even faster than he used to run back when he was still a racehorse, making them realize that he never used his full potential while being a racehorse, almost as if on purpose to spite his trainers. This made people realize that horses aren't just...
I take it back. I don't hate Goldship. I love Goldship. Goldship is my favorite, my new favorite horse. It can do whatever it wants. I don't care. It can fucking not race for all I care. Oh my god, what a fucking legend. Oh, dude, that's crazy.
Creatures that we share a special connection with. They also have many unique and diverse personalities. Most people have a hard time seeing that, though, because we don't really interact with horses that much anymore. So turning them into anime horse girls with proper world building around them made us finally appreciate their very deep and valuable personalities. And no one received more appreciation than the horse Haru Urara. You see, when she was young, she would go unsold at an auction. Seeing that no one wanted to buy her, she was entrusted to the cheapest racecourse to run in Japan. Her trainers thought that this would be a good chance for her to maybe win since she had a hard time training. But then, she went on to lose 113 races in a row, never winning once. However, when she had lost her 87th race in a row, the race announcer, Koji Hashiguchi, would be absolutely shocked at this statistic. He was like, dude, this like never happens. Most horses would have given up by now. They would have retired. So he sent her racing record to national media outlets thinking, dude, this is insane. Like, you got to talk about this. And they did, which made her ridiculously famous. people started going in droves to where she raced, the Kochi race course. The wives of the jockeys, the people who rode the horses, took advantage of this and started making merchandise. And get this, at a certain point, people would go to this race course just to bet on Haru Urara, knowing very well that they were going to lose, but they would love that because then they'd use that betting ticket as a protective charm for car accidents. They believed that it held special powers, bro. You understand what I'm talking about here? This horse had superstitions made around it. I mean, this was such a big boom that Haru Urara had single-handedly saved the Kochi racecourse from going bankrupt. They were able to pay off all—
And he didn't win a single fucking race, dude! Oh my, bro, see what I mean? You see what I mean? Like, this whole... And you know, I knew about this fucking horse specifically because of the anime. And the anime, bro, every time she is on the anime, it's always a scene of her coming back from a race and losing. But never being negative, like never being sad. She's always like, you know what? I'll get her next time. Oh my god, bro! I didn't know it would go that deep. Oh fucking hell, dude! I swear, bro. I'm too obsessed with this fucking franchise now. He just keeps going. Yeah, bro. She's got fucking endless amounts of positivity, bro. She does not give up. It's crazy how she lost so many fucking races IRL, and the horse just never gave up. That dude. Oh my god, dude. This is my new Oshi, by the way. If you guys didn't know. We love her. We love her here. If you don't love her here, you're getting fucking timeout. Straight up.
Their debts thanks to her. And today, as you can see, Haru Urara is painted on the side here. That's how much of a legend she is. Seeing that she's in the game of Uma Musume Pretty Derby, this prompted both Japanese and global players to select her to try and give her the win that she so very deserved in real life, making her one of the most popular characters in the game. This renewed attention from the global audience with their love for Haru Urara eventually allowed them to find out that they can send gifts to her in her retirement because she's still alive. They could send her some premium ryegrass directly. They sent 2.7 tons of ryegrass. Usually one person could buy $40 worth, which is 5 kilograms. But people crashed the donation website, and now we're sitting at 2.7 tons. This is an image of this little cutie receiving her gifts, and it's prompted people to draw fan art of this phenomenon. Look at how much ryegrass is in front of her. She has enough food until the end times. 2.7 tons, you're insane. In fact, thanks to this game and its renewed attention on these horses and their accomplishments, many of them, who are now in retirement, are receiving many donations, able to fully enjoy their older years. This is because this game—
Oh, dude, she don't even know why she got it. She's just happy. Bro, it doesn't matter if she knows or if she doesn't. It matters that she's well fed. That's all that matters, bro. I know we're not supposed to really like portray our human emotions towards animals, but god damn it, bro. Like, just think about that shit. Imagine if you were the horse, right? With all the mentality you have. Right? With all the knowledge you have. And you keep fucking losing. Dude, how depressed would you be, bro? Not this horse. This horse did not. He said, nah, I'm gonna keep going. On some fucking Luffy shit, bro. Like, god damn, bro. and she got what she deserved. Nothing but happiness. Oh my god, bro. This is a good ending on this story,
didn't just
bro.
make a lot of money and renew interest in horse racing, but it has single-handedly revitalized the entire horse racing industry globally, specifically in Japan.
Wow.
In the world of horse racing, sometimes, unfortunately, racehorses are not able to retire. This can happen for a number of reasons, but usually it's because there's not enough funding. Back when this game released in Japan, it fueled a movement of people donating to many of these famous retired horses, ensuring that they not only live a good life, but that they can continue to live in general. But retirement isn't fun if you just have money. It's also nice when you meet people, when you still interact socially. Many of these retired racehorses started receiving visitors, so much so that Uma Musume had to release an official guideline on how to visit stables and what to do in order to be respectful. For famous horses such as Haru Urara or Goldship, visits sell out immediately as soon as they're posted. This has led some crazy, ridiculous fans to sneak onto the stable ground sometimes just to see the horses.
Okay, let's chill out with that shit, you crazy fucking bastards. Oh my god, let the horses just be happy. Don't do that stupid shit, bro. I swear to god. Some people just need to fucking chill. I swear.
Completely denouncing that and saying you shouldn't do that. Stop.
Hell nah.
But that wasn't all. Cygames is making a lot of money from this game, and they understood that there's a mutual benefit here. If horse racing thrives, they thrive too. And so the president—
These people just really like horse. You know what, dude? I honestly, I agree with Mujin, bro. Like, I feel like this game single-handedly made pretty much everybody like horse racing, and the horses specifically. You know what I mean? I do. I have a feeling that even if I'll ask my grandma and she'll probably know about Uma Musume, bro. On God, I swear.
cyber agent, Susumu Fujita, has become a high roller when it comes to buying expensive horses and raising them for races.
Wow.
Always being one of the leading buyers when it comes to horse auctions in Japan. So far, he has spent easily over $10 million making up his own fleet of race horses, and he's not planning on stopping anytime soon. But this isn't just about Japan. This is about horse racing globally. In May of this year, they had announced a partnership with the 151st Kentucky Derby, the most—
No way, Pretty Derby already got lore behind it. Bro, there was lore behind it because the game was supposed to come out in 2018, bro. And it didn't. It didn't. But the anime came out on 2018. It was made with lore. Yeah. And yeah, it was made with lore, bro. Straight up. Jay, that was 100% true, Jay. It started as a fucking lore drop about IRL horses.
watched and most attended horse race in the United States, taking place since the year
Jesus
1875.
Christ.
And you had this anime girl horse racing game being their biggest sponsor. This also extends to Paris. As you saw in the intro, they're not just sponsoring the Grand Prix de Paris, but they're the main sponsor. And I mean, look, if you show me an image of horse racing, I probably would think, oh, cool. But if I was a young person and saw a poster like this, I think, whoa, whatever this is, I want this. Where can I get tickets? It's an extremely mutually beneficial partnership. Additionally, racehorsing merchandise has had a boom in Japan ever since the game had come out, truly turning this into an animal idol industry. These dolls, for example, they sell out like crazy. It's actually very hard to get them, especially if you're outside of Asia. Actually, I think they're keychains, but you get the point. Side Games was essentially making a lot of money from this, but they were using it for good things, making this industry a better place, helping treat retired horses even better, and in general, being a positive force in the community. This reminds me how at some point, Hoyoverse, the creators of Genshin Impact, had invested in a nuclear fusion reactor, and in 2024, it became operational. Who would have thought that you spending money on characters in a gacha game was going to end up somehow in a nuclear fusion reactor in Singapore? Overall, this industry is revived. It's back. Audiences now feature women, young people, middle-aged people, demographics that horse racing usually wouldn't be able to reach. This has already been happening in Japan, and I'm sure it'll start happening globally thanks to this game.
Oh, you fucking bet your ass. If the game alone is that popular on the global stage, you bet your ass more people are gonna go to the Kentucky Derby, bro. I swear to God. I might go to the Kentucky Derby. And I never watched a fucking goddamn horse race in my life, brother. 8 out of 10 convinced now? Bro, I'm telling you, Jay. Whoever actually stay all the way to the end of the video, of Muji's video, dude, I can only say you are actually gonna be enlightened. You have become enlightened. Those who didn't stay to the end of the video, I recommend you to finish watching the Mujin video if you just don't like me rambling. Cause I swear to God, bro, I'm telling you, dude, this fucking goddamn game, it's that good. It's that fucking good. It goes hard, bro. And the game mechanics is very, very simple, but it hooks you up once you understand how the game works. It's so simple and it's so good.
I can't help but laugh when I say this, but
I don't know if I want to deal with Goldship. Yo, you do want to deal with Goldship. She's so fucking funny, bro. She'll piss you off, but there's moments where you're like, bitch, you could done that the entire time. Are you serious?
Gacha game has somehow been able to single-handedly revive this entire sport while somehow making the world a better place.
Yeah, it's so crazy, good. It's so positive, where we are today. Bro.
I hope I was able to explain why this game took over the world and why it's continuing to, and I really appreciate you watching until the end. This is a fairly different video from what I usually.
I appreciate you, Mujin. I appreciate the video, bro. I ain't gonna lie. This has been a really, really, really good video. But thank you for watching the video, and thank you, and bye-bye.